That was weird. I accidentally became angry. I forget what my pen toggle is. That's not it. That's it. There we go. Anyway, I was like ready for stream for once, and I accidentally became angry. I forget what my pen toggle is. Oh, where? Okay, I think we're safe, and I'm not going to echo now. It was my closed captioning. Jeez. This is how you know I'm rusty. Is because I'm absolutely confused about what I'm doing. Where's my buttons? Here we go. I was just doing my dailies when I realized that Twitch had logged me out of chat on my own stream. Didn't know that was possible. So that's definitely new thing that it does, which is really fun. And then I realized that I didn't remember my Twitch password. So that's also really fun. Get close to the water. I'm on the water, dude. This is like the new house section that Infinity Nikki has. I haven't done a lot of stuff to my house because it's like, it sucks to organize, basically. That's all I have to say about it. They made it really hard to control. Can you fish? Can you fish? Oh my. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's super buggy. I don't know why they decided that they wanted to... Okay. To make sure that they were doing this instead of continuing the story. I also don't know what that noise is. It's been happening since I came to the island. I don't know why it's doing that. But... Well, and apparently they're, like, recycling events and stuff between Infinity Nikki and Love in Deep Space. Like, they're doing, like, the same style of, like, advent calendar event between the two of them, which I'm not surprised. I mean, it makes sense. It's the same company, so I'm just shocked that they're not doing more because they're making ridiculous bank on both of these games. Genuinely, this noise is driving me insane. I need to plant some fish, because that's what you do with fish, you plant them. Okay, inside reach, so I should be fine to just do my meteorites and then go. I thought I'd have all of this done before I started stream, but the logging me out of my own account while I'm actively streaming definitely took me some time to fix. Don't know why that is a thing. One would imagine if I'm streaming and... Hi. Always makes me think of that, what was it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged? I came to this city. I still say that, and no one knows what I'm talking about. Which I think makes me old, or it makes that old. I'm not sure which one. But... don't want to collect small fish, or... Okay, well, I can dress them up. I just haven't figured out the animal inviting thing, so we're just gonna do the fish one. Kaiba could not be gayer. He could try, but he already hit peak. I think if he got gayer, then it would just be a situation of, like, two negatives make a positive, basically. Something like that. It like canceled out and like made him straight. Which I'm sure that's some girl's dream. I'm sure. Is it these little guys that are making that noise? Because I hate it. I usually play Infinity Nikki with the sound off. So this is all new for me. I was like, why are we talking about Kaiba? It's because I brought up Yu-Gi-Oh! That's why. It's fully my fault. I made myself an actual stream schedule this week. If I don't stick to it, I'm gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be bad. I'm gonna be mad at myself. I did draw a little chive and onion for the corner, since they're not there right now, but they will be very soon. Whenever I'm in this room for too long, they will get in their beds. But I think if I get a new camera and I do it like sideways and I like rotate it in here, you'll be able to see both of them. But I keep looking at new cameras, and there are cheap ones that are like 10 to 20 bucks, but all of those say like broke within a month of using it, or broke within 3 months of using it. And I'm like, so basically what you're telling me is that I have to spend $50, and then after 2 years of use, it's gonna die. Because that's what happened to my other webcam, is that it was apparently too old. My friend who does like IT and stuff told me that like essentially what happened is that the camera just got too old and died. And that happens because they only have a lifespan of 2 years, which feels ridiculous. But that's how much money Twitch pays out when they pay me out. So either next payout or, you know. Okay, so I don't need to be here. I do have other dailies to do. So I might do those dailies and yap before I get into Mira Crown. Just because the longer I stream, the more people turn up. But yeah, the purpose of this stream was basically like to set me to a schedule and force me to actually do stuff. And sort of like talk about last weekend, not last weekend, because last weekend was work. Last weekend was insane. The weekend before last at Dakucon is to sort of like recap my thoughts and experiences at the con. I'm going to try and be as nice as I can about those. I definitely have some like criticisms, but I don't think it's anything that is not fixable. It's just sort of like a thing that happens with big events, is that they're hard to wrangle, and I think that they just had a lot of trouble wrangling. Don't hold back. Well, I want to be at least like constructive in my criticism, you know? I don't want to be like, it was bad, because it wasn't. I still had a good time. I just think that there's always sort of like room for improvement. And I have not been to a lot of conventions purely as an attendee, so I don't have a lot of experience as somebody just going to a convention. So, you know, I don't want to be like having a very staunch opinion like I'm some kind of expert, because I am by no means an expert at attending conventions. I'm definitely more of a, like, go to a con and do a bunch of work, which to a degree I still tried to do. Again, not my intention going, but I was like, oh, well, I could just do a couple panels, that would be fine. Oh, I could just compete in the contest, that would be fine. Thankfully, I gave myself a limit of the amount of things that I was going to do, because Morgan did suggest doing a number for the burlesque, and I went, maybe not. Maybe we put a cap on how much we're doing, which I think was definitely the move. It definitely would have filled up my weekend more. I would have had more stuff to do, which is, like, definitely something I'm going to get into. But if, and maybe I'm spoiled from years of doing cafe, but if I'm paying for my own food and hotel and transportation, I should not spend my entire weekend doing work for you just for having a free badge. Like, that's not enough compensation for the amount of effort and content that I'm creating for you, to be frank. Overall, still a good time. I don't know if I would go next year. It's like my final takeaway, I think. Is she gonna finish it? She sure is. Wow. She added 1 and took all the credit. I feel like I'm missing some... Nope. I got them all. I don't like that they added all of this, honestly. I really enjoyed Infinity Nikki when it came out. And that being said, it came out last December. So it's almost a year old, and we essentially don't really have new content for it, which don't love, considering the amount of money that they're making off this game. I feel like either they should have had more on the back burner before they released it, or they should be putting out more main story-related content. But that's my opinion. But yeah, now there's a bunch of, like, daily tasks that you have to do, really, to, like, make sure you have enough anything if you don't want to be a paid player. And I did buy essentially, like, the battle pass the first few times. But there's these that you have to, there's this one that is weekly, and then the rest of these are daily. And then this is daily, and this is also daily. And then all of the stuff that I was doing, I don't want to take photos, though. I don't want to send messages on the public channel. Okay, well, I guess I'll place... Why not? Why can't it be placed? Oh my god. It's gonna make me walk? Oh my god. Yeah, so I've got some gripes about the game right now. I'm still enjoying it, but I definitely, like... They've done a lot of things to it that make it feel like a chore. And, of course, because they want you to spend money, they have arranged everything so that it is incredibly hard to get new stuff if you're not a paid player, which is a bummer. But we're going to do all that we can do to get new gems today, and then do a bunch of scouts. I call them scouts because I played Love Live back in the day. Like, any kind of gacha thing is a scout. Like, that's just what I call it. I love that this is glitched also as well. Every time I load in, so cool. But yeah, in this I think it's called, like, Resonate. We've got some... I don't know if I even want to on these. this is cute, but this is all right. I more so want like the accessories on this, but I know that they're gonna screw me over and not give me anything, so it's the way it is. I mean, it might be worth it to try and get this outfit, but I don't know if I'm even gonna get enough to be able to do that. Anyway, so the thought process today was to do this, which is called the Mira crown. It's like a dress-up competition where you're basically just doing it by points. But doing it by points kind of gives you crazy outfits that are incredibly ugly and don't really make sense because they give you like a theme. So what I want to do is go through and like make a good outfit for the theme, and then change it to the recommended outfit that has the best point value, and see how bad it is. See how different the outfits are. Okay. Kite dreams. Usually they tell you like a little story. Did I just not read it because I flipped through everything way too fast? Theme for this round is kite dreams. Nope. That's it. Yep, this is secret third option. Let's start with kite dreams. So maybe it's like kind of childish, maybe it's playful. It's like a day in the park flying kites is the vibe of this outfit. So I'm just gonna sort of go from there. I feel like starting with sort of, it's flying airy. Do you mean flying fairy? Because this would be kind of good for that, I think. I was going to go almost like a little more like kidcore jestery. There's a specific like jester set that I have. I think I want the neck piece from it. And then start building from there, maybe. This. Like, I feel like maybe I'm starting here. Airy in the air, like the floating thing. Okay, maybe, yeah. I'm kind of going for a vibe of like she is the kite. That's what I'm thinking. I use these pigtails way too much, but they're kind of perfect for everything. I do feel like I want, like, these are stuck in the brown colorway. I actually want the blue colorway this time. This might... Actually, we've got these that are pretty cute. I feel like that might be a place to start. Let's see what we have in terms of like tops and bottoms, because I have a lot of dresses. Onion, why? Why are you jumping on the back of my chair like that? Scaring me. He's learned that he can jump from the floor up the back of my chair, because Chive does it all the time, but he's not really as good at it as she is. So he, like, makes a huge ruckus every time. What are you doing? Why are you biting the sideboard? This is why I need a cat cam, because he's crazy. Like, legitimately crazy. Right now, we kind of look like a Miraculous Ladybug villain. Not in a bad way, though. I'm kind of into the striped shirt, to be honest. I'm feeling it. This is the shirt that originally goes with this neck piece, but I think it's too much. And I don't want to put too many pieces of the same set on together, basically. He lacks the grace. He indeed does. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was him falling off of something. Are you okay, bud? He's fine. I swear. This is a really cute skirt that I haven't been able to use for anything. It's just something to keep in mind, I think, for later. I like that this has sort of like the tail on it, but I feel like it's really incongruous. Those two pieces go together. Oh, we could go chaps. We could go pink chaps. I might not have a skirt that I like with this. I might have to go with the pants from this set. Yeah, because I'm not really seeing something that I like. I mean, I have these other shorts, but I don't like that they're so low-waisted. It's because they're kind of meant to go with a different... I did put this one on first. I don't hate it. I would have liked to bring more of the, like, hair color in somehow. These have the same sort of... Oh, I had colored these blue. I dyed those blues, so I think... Let me flip back. I think it's blue shorts. I think it's the blue shorts is where we're gonna go with that. Onion, you got it. Oh my, dude. I have to keep reminding myself that my cats are actually fairly well behaved compared to other people's cats. I don't really have anything that fits the vibe in the jackets, though. Maybe I'm trying too hard with a shirt and a pants, you know? Because I do have quite a... Because there's the dress that goes with this hair. That's horrid. That's awful. So never mind that. Oh, I colored that pink, huh? I would have really liked it in, like, yellow or gold, I think. Would have been ideal. That one's a little crazy. It's a little too crazy. Okay. We've got, Oh, I made something... Yeah, okay, look. They gave me the ability to dye stuff, so half of the stuff in my closet is dyed pink. And that's just the way it is, okay? That's just what's happening. The asymmetry here feels kind of, like, kite-ish. Well, then maybe we get some red shoes going, and that'll... bring it all back together. I'm gonna choose the shoes before I choose the... Because I'm not feeling the dress. I'm not. What's fun is that this is all just going to get erased. Like, we're just going to overwrite this. I like how big this one is. And I don't hate the integration of another color. There is the pair of shoes that goes with the ruffle. When you can imagine that my closet is only going to get worse the longer I play. It's already pretty bad. Yeah, but there's these. They're really unique. So I feel like 2 pieces from that set isn't the worst. If I'm saying 2 pieces from that set isn't the worst, I could go ahead and... That's not the right one. It's somewhere. This one. Yeah. I think this is fine. I accidentally closed chat. My apologies. Yeah, so Dakucon. I had never been before, but I had been invited by who I went with and, like, by the con itself. Like, they had, like, invited me in a professional capacity in the past, and I was not able to go. And the primary reason that I was not able to go was because they weren't able to offer me the same rate as what I would normally get going to a convention. So I basically told them, like, we'll give you guys a few years, and then, like, once you get to the point where you can, like, pay performers, then we can have another conversation. And truly the reason that I did that was not because I did not want to go, but because if I start making exceptions for, like, one group, then every single convention is going to be like, oh, well, you made an exception for them, and they didn't have to pay you the same rate. They didn't get the same contract, so why do I have to? And that devalues what I'm doing, as well as anyone else who is in that, like, professional niche. So I try to really, like, keep my... Those are cute. They go, but it's not kite. So I just try to be consistent about that. So I was really excited to go. Because I had been invited before, because I had the chance to go this time. I've been to one other 18+ convention, which was SumiCon in Las Vegas, which I really enjoyed. Like, I thought it was a really great time. I really loved the vibes of it. It was really cool getting to, like, hang out with people, and just sort of, like, knowing that everyone you talk to is a legal adult is really nice, because then you're not, like, making a friend and, like, being like, oh, I want to hang out with you a ton, and then they're 12. And you're like, never mind, I'm not going to be doing that, actually. Very nice to meet you. If you ever need advice, please hit me up. We will not be speaking on the regular. So that part of it is nice. I do feel like people take 18+ to kind of, like, a weird place sometimes. This is the hat that matches this. It takes away the pigtails, though, which is a bummer. People take it a little too literally, I think, in the way that they're like, oh, well, it's an 18+ con, so everything has to be, like, everything has to be sexual about it. And I don't think that's the case. I think that you can just, like, be adults in an adult space and be normal about it. That's cute. Little sprig on the head. I'm gonna put on more accessories than it allows, but since we're not entering this outfit, that's just fine. I think people are too literal about the 18+ thing. They make it, like, all about, like, rated R sort of sexy activities, and that doesn't have to be the entire thing. I think it's fine if there's some regular programming in there. And maybe that's just, like, I definitely like when people do, like, a cutoff. So, like, at night you start getting